And you get that in the background as well when you stand over with fans. Well, Rolo's captain today.
Yeah.
It's spitting! Everybody in!
We're here at the town ground where Heanor have just beat Westfields 4-2. With me I've got managers Glenn Clarence and assistant Steve Huntington and Steve Hamilton. Glenn, obviously we've not done one of these for about 4 weeks. Work commitments and all of that stopping me from being able to be here. Now we've come off of 2 away defeats in different circumstances. I've seen the videos and heard reports and things. I'm sure before we talk about today, I'm sure you want to touch on Brockton, Coventry United as well. Just get us updated on what's happened over the last month or so.
The first one, Brockton, I saw as a poor result because I thought the first 20 minutes of the game we totally controlled it. Went 2-0 up after about 10 minutes, I think, Tony. And then someone got involved. Went downhill from there. That's what I say on that one. Last week went with a young side similar to what we've got today. A lot of experienced players missing on a boggy pitch against a very good side. And again, I say this when we talk about the bottom of the league. This league's good. People have got a lot bigger budgets than us. If it's reported to be true, Coventry United central midfielder gets our budget, and we're still expected to go and beat them away. So things like that have got to change. I want to win every game, of course. I don't like drawing, I don't like losing, but when you're expected to go and beat people like that with a depleted side and a bunch of kids in there's something wrong there. On the day, kids did well, and if you watch the videos, again, we lost because someone got involved. So yeah, that's it. I won't say 2 poor results, I'd say one poor result, certainly. But yeah, we've lost 2 games, what more can we say, Tony? It's not why we do it, is it? We want to win football games, but to be realistic, certainly the Coventry United game was a very, very good performance from a lot of youngsters, and I'm sure we'll talk about that again today, but yeah, we were unlucky to lose that one, certainly.
Okay, before we even touch on today's game, obviously we've probably all seen the video. If he's not caught it at Coventry United and knocked it in the net, I don't know what's happened there. I know we're relying on 3 sets of eyes on that day. My opinion, they got it wrong. Today, Westfield's second goal, there's a flag gone up. Okay, they've gone ahead with that. Flag's gone up, ref shouted play on. I don't know how that ball was played. Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
we'll talk about that one if you want, Tony, before we go on today, but I saw that and I've got sympathy with the referee and other players. The players have got, when you watch the video, the players have got to switch on to a whistle, simply like you get taught how to play there. So Alex Brown's got a one tackle, which is played their centre forward through, who the linesman's put his flag up. It's nothing to do with the referee.
Cool.
It's the other linesman put his flag up on the side, and I can see from my dugout that Alex Brown's put him through.
Cool.
So we'll talk about it when we win as well as when we lose.
Yeah, of course. Is that Kodak moment? Glenn Clarence praising officials. Hamo, straight on to today. Obviously, we've come up against Westfields. Everyone who's watched anything to do with football over the last 6 months or so, seen what a great run they've had, certainly the FA Cup. A lot of publicity, which is great for them. They've got a lot of players playing today that have played against teams like Curzon Ashton in the Conference North. I think hard work, not taking anything away from our talent, but hard work certainly beat a lot of talent today. Would you agree with that?
Well, the Warden have a better chance than that.
Right, half time. Come on, Heanor!
Yeah, well, Westfield have been on a bit of a roller coaster really since getting knocked out of the FA Cup, but all credit to our lads today, to be quite honest, because you know, I thought we could have probably done a little bit more with the first goal that we conceded, and certainly second half we eased our way into the game. We started well in the second half, and we were just getting into people's faces and seeing if we can force them into mistakes, and that's what happened. I thought for large periods of the second half that we were on top, and I say fully deserved. You've got Alex Brown and Josh Craddock in the middle of that midfield today, and I thought they did ever so well. I'm just Westfield probably have had a little bit of a downturn, but I'm just concerned with Heanor, and to be fair, with the side that we've got out there today, with a lot of the senior players missing, then we've done tremendous, and we won the game. Even young lad Jack Warner that's come on late on, involved in both goals. Willing to put himself in. I think he got the third, did he? Jack Warner. Yeah, I think Rollo's nodding it, and then he's just knocked it round, but. It all does start with the work rate, and the young lads that have come in, they've grafted, and they've beat. If you'd have looked at two teams today, we'd have probably been the underdogs. But I didn't see it in open play for large portions of the game. It was just a matter of us getting to grips with it, and 4-2 win. Very pleased. We'll have a happy weekend.
Brilliant. Okay, Steve, I know we've mentioned the work rate there. Change of formation today as well. Now, we're obviously not going to tell Highgate how we've played. There's certainly big moves with Joe Naylor becoming a target man and things moving around in that way. Is it a case of we now know what players are able to do? Is it a case of we're looking at new ways of getting the best out of them to be able to turn a team over like Westfield?
Tactical genius from the coaching staff, I think. Just horses for courses, different games, different formations, players' adaptability to be able to go into playing one position and another, and we did that today. You've got to be able to do that, particularly some of the more experienced players, like you've mentioned, like Nathan and Joe, when you've got kids around you. But I thought the young lads that have come in today have done fantastic as well. I think we thoroughly deserved to win the game, and I think the two games that we've played previously out, we didn't win. We didn't play badly in either of them either. So we set ourselves a points target. I think I said that after we played Alvechurch on here. We all obviously haven't achieved that, but we've always said we'll have a big say in who wins the title, and I'm delighted that we've beaten those today, because I don't want them to win the title. Simple as that. So I thought the lads performed fantastically second half, and showed what it meant to us. If anybody thinks that we're just going to end the season and just let teams roll us over because we can't win it, I think they've seen today that that's not the case, and the managers that are around the top two, top three can rest assured that when we've got those sides to play, they're not going to get anything from us.
Brilliant. As non-controversial as ever, Steve. Brownie, thanks for coming in. Great timing, obviously. For you as a player, what we're looking at, 50 games?
50 games.
Somewhere around 10, 12 goals, something like that?
On the lower side of 10, I think.
You sure?
9.
Yeah, how old are you?
Just turned 19.
Just turned 19, so 50 games at step 5.
Yeah.
Man of the match for me today, and probably a lot of people watching. Again, you're in that change room. It's a bit harsh. You're in that change room. You're in with probably a lot more experienced players, people that have probably played step 4, maybe even a few step 3. You're looking at them, you're learning from them. Look, your determination and work rate, obviously people are happy to see that. What's it like being in that change room at the minute?
But it's just happy playing football. Playing with all these experienced people around me, obviously being at that higher level, and I just want to obviously learn from them, improve my game, and most importantly just playing football. And obviously 50 games, I'm just happy to be playing, to be playing with football, and just hopefully keep improving with Heanor Town.
Okay, obviously the management team, you've just heard what they're saying. So over the next we've got about 12 games left.
Yeah.
We're playing a few teams towards the top end again. Yeah. Obviously, we're looking at a good young squad. You've got youngsters that are coming around you, players that are your age. This is really weird. Yeah, we're looking at obviously trying to get as many points on. Is it just taking today on and taking today as a turning point?
Yeah, most definitely. Obviously, we've got some hard games coming up. We're all going to dig in, dig deep, try and keep a bit of form going and drive forward for these next few games.
Cool. Glenn, obviously you're itching to come in on that.
I was just going to dig Brownie up a bit really, because there's no coincidence he's got 50 games that just turned 19. We saw in Brownie very early, not just his ability, but more his attitude and the mark of the lad really. He's made of the right stuff, and you get a lot of kids with, no disrespect Brownie, a lot more ability that won't go as far as Brownie. Brownie will go a long way. So it's attitude, it's ability, it's brains, and that's why I want to come in, because we've got Elliot in the corner while we're doing the interview, making loads of noise. Elliot Reeves, just park down a minute, mate, while we're doing this interview. Talk about brains. So yeah, I just want to say, on a personal note, well done to Brady. 50 games at 19 is immense. So I'd love him to get to 250 games for any time. The way he's done it the last couple of years, I think we'll struggle to hold on to. So well done, sir.
Chips are good, aren't they, mate? Looking at next week, Glenn. So Highgate away, Steve's mates. Yeah, what are we looking forward to?
Looking forward to a tough test again, Tony. I think the credit has to go to the fans again today. I've asked in programme notes to bear with us. When you've got a lot of young kids coming in to play at a good level of football on boggy pitches, when some of them's been playing on 3D pitches in Hawaii on the beach. So to come in on tough pitches against tough opposition at a good level of football, it's tough, and they need the fans to get behind them. And I think at times we're guilty of not doing that, certain people, and I think today they did. Simple as that, second half. But again, I always talk about that the lads have to give the fans something to get behind them for, and they certainly did that. But take nothing away from how important that is for a young kid, that if you have a bad touch or a bad pass or whatever else, someone gets on at you, you're going to be scared, and that's where we can help these kids come through. So next week is going to be no doubt another tough test, another tough surface, and we've got a young squad. We're missing 4 players that are probably getting any side in this league, if not above, today, Tony. There's young Elliot, played in corner with plastic bags. There's Tony, there's Kieran DeBarrow at work, there's Smudge, our captain in Dublin, and there's Nick Hall suspended. So that shows you how defeated we were as a squad, and it shows you how well the youngsters that are coming have done. A good game.
Hard day for the club today. Yeah. Good all round. Thanks for your time, gents. Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah, have a good journey home, chaps.
Time.